Hello everyone, it's Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique, and you are on my segment of Craft Round the Clock TV, Camouflage, Decoupage. Welcome. I'm so happy to have. We're going to do a fun project. This is something I have yet to do with you all, and I think it's very, very fitting for a Sunday. We're going to do a decoupage camouflage on a hymnal page, and I've done a couple versions of it, so I think I'm going to start with this one right here. I took a hymnal page. Jesus loves me. I'm not going to sing because they don't like you to do that. They don't like that. Anyway, I have this napkin. Let me just show you this napkin from a follower, Judy Gilger. Judy, if you are on here, if you see this, you'll know I'm using this napkin from you, sister. She sent me this napkin, and there was 4 of them, 4 images on there. So you can use this in 4 different ways, or in 4 of the same ways, whichever you prefer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a little piece of this parchment paper, and I'm going to put it underneath here, okay? Just underneath. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of Mod Podge to it, a thin coat, just like this, because this is decoupage, camouflage. We're going to camouflage this rice paper right onto this beautiful hymnal page. I got this from one of my followers. Gosh, you know what? I should keep it down flat. I just don't want it to get on the back. It doesn't take much. It is going to curl up a little, but I'll show you how we're going to fix that. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down here like this. I just don't want it to get stuck. You know what I mean? All right. I'm going to kind of hold it down, and I'm going to dry it. Gotta be dry. Hold on. There we go. All right, okay, here we go. So we've got this with Mod Podge on it, dried, okay? All right, so all you have to do is you have to take you have to separate these napkins. You know, you put a little Mod Podge on your finger, make it sticky, and when you touch it, it pulls right apart. You don't have to sit there licking your fingers and all that stuff. So that's how this is done. Then what you do is you take a paintbrush, little one, like this, okay? And you go around it. You go around it with water, or if you have one of those brushes that you squeeze the water out, you just go around the image and make it the size you want. Once you put the water on there, all you have to do is pull it very gently, and what happens is this feathering effect. Do you see how that's like feathered? It's really pretty, and it just kind of blends into everything. So what I'm going to do, I've already got it sized to where I need it to go on this beautiful hymnal page. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a big piece of parchment over top of it. Got this cute little iron on Amazon, so I don't have to bring my big Rowenta up here anymore. So all you do is you just take this. Now the Mod Podge has got to be dry. If it's not dry, it don't work. But what happens is this heat reactivates the Mod Podge, see? And it's a beautiful thing. Oh yes. And it just literally, this is my favorite way of Mod Podging or decoupaging. As long as you can get this iron in wherever that little area is that you're working on, then you're golden. And yeah, the paper, it flips up a little bit, but when you iron it, it lays flat. How about that, right? Okay, you pull the parchment paper, not wax paper, you guys. parchment, okay? Because parchment's got silicone in it and it won't stick, but it will stick to your paper towel. It will stick to your paper towel, so you gotta be careful. We might end up with some paper towel on the back of this. I tried not to do that, but you know, when you're live, stuff happens, I'm telling you. Anyway, this is what we've got. Look at this up close and personal. I'm gonna put it up close so you can see. It's so sheer. It looks like it's part of the paper. Do you see that? The notes, the words, all of it goes right over her pretty little head, but it's still, you can see her, and the image is beautiful, in my opinion. I think it's really, really pretty. And so that is, this is one thing that you can do with the decoupage camouflage on a hymnal page. Now I have, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this particular piece. What I did was I bought a frame from Salvation, I was going to say Goodwill, Salvation Army. It was a knotty pine frame. Okay, and it had like, I don't know if you can see it or not, it has little notches in it, and it just looks, you know, like the old 60s, 70s knotty pine. That's what it looks like to me. And it had a hanger on it, but it was broken, so I took that off. That's where the top would be. Okay, and what I did was I painted it with some, I had to do this ahead of time, y'all, because I can't do this in a 45-minute span. It took me, you know, it took me almost 20 minutes just to do this, because it all has to dry, and you know. So, oh my gosh, there's a spider in my room. Oh, Susie killed a spider. Yes, she did. Oh my gosh, you guys. There was a spider on the side of my, a big spider on the side of my bottle. Oh my word, this will go down in infamy. If this video doesn't go viral, I got him though. I got him. That could only happen to me. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness gracious, the things that happened. It was a big one. I went to pick up my bottle and he jumped. Well, good thing I got him, or I would be like doing this live with one eye open. Anyway, he was right here. On the side of my Fusion Mineral Paint in cold black. You would think he would try to camouflage himself a little better than that, but he did not. Oh my word, that is too funny. Oh my, so this was coated with that. Calm myself down here. This is Crackle Medium from Faux Art, and I love it because it creates a vintage kind of a look. And so I coated the whole thing with Crackle Medium, okay? And as you can see, it's dry. So what I want to do now with it is I want to put some raw silk in Fusion Mineral Paint. I love Fusion Mineral Paint just because the coverage is phenomenal. It's not like, it's acrylic. It's acrylic paint. So you can do this crackle finish. You have to have acrylic paint to do this crackle finish thing. And so I'm going to put a little bit of this in the bottom of this Dixie cup. And we are going to get to crackling. I have this history in my family about spiders. And there's a story, Aunt Susie killed a spider because my little niece would just freak out every time she saw a spider, and she was a little baby, and she saw one in a box, and I just put my foot in there and stepped on Big Daddy Long Legs, and she never forgot it. So I've gone down in history as Aunt Susie killed a spider. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Fusion Mineral Paint, and I'm going to go around this beautiful frame, and it's going to crackle right before your eyes. It's going to crackle-lackle, I'm hoping anyway. And here's the trick with this. You don't want to go over it too much. You want to just give it one good coat and move on, because the crackling starts immediately. It starts right away. And you'll see it. I'm going to put it up so you guys can see it a little closer. And what I like about this paint is that it's highly pigmented, and so I'm only going to have to use one coat. Can you see the crackle starting already? Isn't that cool? Very cool. And I'm going to do the front too, but you know, I can only do one section at a time. So I'm starting on the outside here. You can see the color of the frame on the back, what it was. I didn't do that, not yet anyway. I'm going to leave this section for the last so that I can at least hold on to something. That's my system. I'm going to just get in here. This is very, not very ornate, but it is ornate in that it's got some fluting along the side of the piece. You know, you can see that it's got like the little, you know, the ridges, the fluting. They call that fluting. Oh, shoot. I stuck my thumb in that. You don't want to do that. Don't do that when you're doing this. Here we go. This is going to be so pretty, y'all, because I got a little surprise finish for you. So hang with me. Hang with me. I'm baiting y'all. I'm just baiting y'all. Oh, it's crackling. Beautiful. Loving it. Loving it. Okay. Going along all the edge here. Gotta get on the inside too, just a little bit, because that will show. There. Okay, aren't you glad I did all the preliminaries so you don't have to watch paint dry? I hate having to watch paint dry. Yep, I just got in there and painted it up about half hour before I went live. I said, I got to get this done because I don't want to have them wait for all this. Okay, now I can still hang on to this edge a little bit here, and I'm going to go on the inside now and just give it a quick coat. It doesn't have to be a real thick coat with Fusion Mineral Paint. It's pretty painless product. If you can see how many times I have to dip my brush, it's just, it's a wonderful product. I'm not an ambassador for them. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, you never know. Could happen. Stranger things have happened. Hey, okay, boom. There's that. Oh my word. It looks like a whole different piece. Completely different. Of course, I have to dry it a little bit. I love the crackle, y'all. I don't know if you guys are vintage, shabby chic style like I am, but I love it. All right, where is the top again? Top is where it's supposed to be. All right, so here's the deal. Where is it? What this was when I got it from the Salvation Army is, it was a mirror, y'all. It's a mirror. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna flip this bad boy. I'm gonna put the mirror back in, if I can. It gave me some trouble trying to get it out. I'm telling you, it did. I got my daddy's screwdriver. You guys have your daddy's screwdrivers? I do. I have my daddy's screwdriver and his hammer. So he was a truck driver. He was not a he was not a carpenter, but he that was one of the things I got from him. All right. I'm gonna try to get it in here. These little staples that were in here, I knew this was gonna give me trouble when I took it out. I said, you know what? I'll bet you this gives me trouble. So, okay, here's what I do. What I call pivot. We pivot around here. We do. If I get it in 3 sides, if I can get it around 3 sides, maybe I should turn it. Maybe it's not exactly square. Do you ever think of that? Maybe it's just not. Hello, it's not. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, is I'm going to have to put a little bit of E6000 in that little spot. A a little dab of E6000 in there. Now that I know which way it goes. Not too much, because I don't want it squirting out. But it'll hold it. It'll hold it in place, that's for sure. Okay, let's try this again. It just fell right in there. Last time, didn't it? You saw it, right? There we go. Now you're in there. Woohoo! We're in. We're in like Flint. Okay. So, moving right along. Sometimes alcohol takes. Yep, it did. Takes off that fusion mineral paint. There you go. Yep, looks like I'm back. I'm back. Come on, get in there. Get in there, baby. Pull it back. Bend it. See, the mirror couldn't be bent. This can. We'll get it in there. As long as we don't have any more spiders coming along. Don't you know I'm going to spray this room when I get done. We are not going to do the spider thing again. No. No, no. Okay. So this is what we got. Boom. I'm going to clean this up just a smidge. Just a smidge. And y'all are like, Susie, what are you going to do with the little girly girl? Well, I'll tell you. This is smudging. I must have had something on it. Of course I did. Do you ever clean with alcohol? Alcohol is great on glass. Cleans really, really well. Gets all the goobers off. And the Raisinets. But, okay, so on top of this, I want to Mod Podge this beautiful Jesus Loves Me on top of this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and she's been totally camouflaged. You would never know that that was a napkin on there earlier, right? That's a beautiful thing. All right, so I'm going to get another little brush here, big brush, say, and we are going to Mod Podge this right on here. And I'm just going to get around the edge as good as I can, because here's the thing. Once it goes on there, I do not want to mess around with it. I'm not going to be able to like go up under it and attach it and all that stuff, because I don't want to mess up the mirror that I just fixed, right? So here we go. Say a little prayer for me. Okay, here we go. It's so pretty, y'all. Bit. I've got it centered real pretty, just like that. And what I like to do is take a little chip brush and just tap, tap, tap it on. Oh, it did get a little bit, it smeared a little bit. We can get that off with alcohol. Not a problem. If you are real particular and wanted to Mod Podge the top of it, you could do that as well. I don't want to take a chance of it buckling on me at this point, so I just kind of did that. Okay, and there she is. She's on there. And how? I'm going to give it a quick dry. Just make sure there's no bubbles. There are no bubbles that I can see. Didn't buckle. The key to this is to put on, you see how thin that coat was that I put on there? I didn't put very much on. It wasn't very thick. That's the key to it not buckling. And when I looked at this, the first thing I thought, well, she looks like a little angel, doesn't she? She looks just like a little angel. How sweet would this be in a little girl's room, right? Or for a gift for a grandchild, or a niece, great niece. Okay, turn it around so you can see. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so we're going to accessorize her a little bit. Now, I could have done something completely different, and I did, and I will show you. Before we're done, I will show it to you. I don't have a whole lot of time left, but I am also a top-tiered ambassador for Totally Dazzled. If you're not familiar with them, I will post my affiliate link in the comments, and I can show you. But I've got this beautiful, this beautiful crown from Totally Dazzled. And what I like to do, I like to take some older E6000 that's got a little bit of, you know, it's thickened a little. This one was a new one. Take a little older one. And I like to add E6000 and hot glue, because while one's drying, the other one is curing. And once that cures, you're golden. Okay. Whoops! Don't drop it, Susie. Okay, you got it. Thing with E6000, you gotta get the lid on it right away, otherwise you're gonna end up with a puddle. All right. No more spiders. Spiders, they scare me. I like Miss Muffet over here on my tuffet. Okay, I'm just gonna put a very, very, very little bit of hot glue, and I'm gonna crown this little baby girl. Oh, she's so cute. I'll put a little crown on her, kind of sideways there. Oh, I love her. Isn't she sweet? And I have one more Totally Dazzled piece. This is in the Antique Bronze collection, and I love it because it looks kind of vintage-esque. And I've got this beautiful cross that I would like to use on it. Now, I was going to use this on a different piece, but I'm kind of leaning towards putting this little doily on here. I have this doily that came, I do crochet, but the doily came on a strand of beads at, I'm trying to think where I got it, Marshall's or TJ Maxx, and they had red, white, and blue on the strand of beads. It was garland. And so I'm going to use the beads for other things, and so I just snipped these off to use in my crafts, but I just think that would be so pretty right down here just to house this pretty little cross. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and on the corners here, add a little hot glue. Oops, don't want it going too much, Susie. Not too much. And I'm just going to put it on this corner here. One-of-a-kind piece. You know, it's just a one-of-a-kind piece now. So now I'm going to put this beautiful little cross here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around just the perimeter a little bit with the E6000, leaving, now I have to leave a little space for the hot glue because, I don't know if you know this or not, but hot glue and E6000, they just chemically don't get along. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to put the hot glue in the middle here like this, so that it will hold everything in place temporarily. And when that E6000 kicks in, bada boom, bada bing. Oh my, isn't this gorgeous, you guys? Look at this piece. Now this was, you know, from the Salvation Army, this little mirror, and it was this color. If you're just jumping on, it was that color. I crackle finished it, okay? And then Mod Podge, Decoupage, that beautiful napkin, this gorgeous napkin that I got from one of my followers. And I mean, you could do an angel, you could do any kind of a napkin, any kind of a scene that you could put in the middle of a mirror or a frame. Now, if this was just a frame with no mirror in it, look at how pretty. Isn't she cute? I love this. Jesus loves me. That is so sweet. That is one thing that I know for sure, because the Bible tells me so. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to set it just aside. I'm going to show you one other thing that you can do, because I have a couple more minutes. I can't believe I have a couple more minutes, but I do. Okay, so what you can do, what I started to say was if you didn't have a mirror in the middle of your frame, what you can do is grab a piece of your favorite scrapbook paper. I got this from Hobby Lobby the other day, and they were, I don't know, like 2 or 3 for $1. They were, I think they were 2 for $1. 69 cents. I might have been half off. Sometimes they run different sales on their scrapbooking paper, but I love this because it's very aged and worn and vintage, and that's me. I'm aged and worn and I'm vintage. I'm all the above. So what I did was I took this frame from the Dollar Tree, y'all. This is from the Dollar Tree. This pretty little, it's kind of like an antique bronze almost. And what I did was I put her picture where I thought I would want it, like on the paper. Like there's some roses down here. There's some brick up here, the smeared brick, you know. And so I put it where I thought I'd want it, and then I cut it with my scrapbook paper cutter, and I measured it. This is 9 by 9, so I cut a 9 by 9, and I popped it in there. And then I did the exact same thing with the decoupage napkin on the hymnal. Now this hymnal says, "A child of the king." Isn't that sweet? Are you a child of the king? I am. And I thought that was so sweet. So since she's a princess, right? She's a child of the king. We have to give her a crown. And what I did was I took, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm going to hold it up close. Do you see the angel wings I painted right over the scrapbooking paper? They're faint. You can barely see them, but they're like her little guardian angel. You can either take it one of two ways. She's a little angel, or her guardian angel is standing behind her caring for her, because she's a child of the king, right? Isn't that awesome? So anyway, that is it. So you know, there's all kinds of ways that you can use a napkin over a hymnal page or a book page. If you have a favorite book, some favorite poetry, oh, the sky is the limits, you guys. It is just, there's so many things you can do with it. Anyway, because I did the little cross over here, I think I'm going to put a little cross over here too. This one's got a little heart in the middle of it. It's in the antique bronze. I'm going to do that. Put a little, well, just right over here in the corner. What did I do with it? Okay. Do the same thing. Just going to very lightly hit it with the E6000. I'll put it right on the glass. That's what I did with the crown. I just put it right on the glass. And it works. It works, it works. I'm going to put a little bead of hot glue right down the center. And we're going to just apply it right here, right at the edge of the wing. Barely see it, really. Actually have a little tiny angel in the antique bronze as well. I don't know. I was thinking about putting her on there too. I'm thinking I might put her there too. Because why not, right? Let's do it. Because we can. That's what I say. We can do it because we can. Right? Put a little E6000 on her wings. I like doing things in threes. Might put one on this too in the end. I don't know. She's got a lot going on over there. She's already got a lot going on. But I was thinking, right here at the edge of the other wing and at the edge of the hymnal, just need a little bit of the hot glue to get it, just to get it going here. How sweet is that? And like I said, once that E6000 kicks in, it's on there for good, forever and ever. Amen. Okay. Make sure I didn't get any glue strings on there. Okay, y'all. So that's a twofer, right? All right, we had a twofer. Okay, look at that up close and personal. I'll try to get my ring light out of it for you. There we go. There we go. Put it up close. There we go. So you can see all of the detail and how pretty that is, that hymnal is right right underneath the napkin. And it's just camouflaged to me. It looks like it was put right on the hymnal, like it was part of it, like it was printed. And here's the other one. I love this, you guys. I hope you do too. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it gave you some inspiration to think out of the box and grab some napkins, and you can make some seasonal things, whatever. And if you do this technique, please come on over to Bellalina Boutique. I have a group page called Bellalina Gallery of Friends, and I would love to have you over there too, and see what post what you've done. I would love to see that. The paper I got from an old hymnal that I purchased, but you can go online and you can download old hymns and print them out. And the jewels are from Totally Dazzled. I'm a top-tiered ambassador for them, and I will make sure that I link. It's in my link tree at the top of my page at Bellalina Boutique. That I inspired you. I hope that you're going to do something special with this technique. I think it'd be a great gift. Think about gift giving. The season of giving is coming up, so let's start thinking in those terms. Just make a beautiful gift, right? Think about it, even printing out a photo on a piece of tissue paper and doing this technique. Wouldn't that be lovely? Just saying. Just saying. Okay, guys, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here.